One of my absolute closest friends, the friend that I've had for the longest time, the person who I still talk to, who has known me for the longest. A lot of, or really all of her family is Jamaican. And I'd go over and I'd hang out, and her parents had the thickest accents, and I love them so much. But I love the food so much. I love their accents so much. Everyone was just so warm, so nice, everything. And they were just my second family for so long, you know? I could still just go over their house. I could go to their house, knock on the door, and be like, I'm hungry. And they'd be like, oh my God, come right in. I made food for you. I love them. I would go to their house. They had this like fence, and they had like a, you know, like a 2-foot backyard, like nothing. But it was something. It was really on the side of the house too. It wasn't even like, you know, much, because they lived at like an attached building. And I would climb over that little bit of the fence, and then I would climb into one of their windows, and I would just be in their house. And me and my friend would do that. The one that lived there, we'd just climb into the house, and then her parents would come home, and they'd just see us already in the house, and they'd be like, okay. Okay. And at some point, there were a couple times, you know, I forgot my key, couldn't get into mine, had to wait for someone, you know. So what I did was I just climbed into their house if it was cold. So there were a few times I legitimately just like sat at their dinner table waiting for them to come home, and was like, yeah, I was just waiting here because it's warm. And they'd just be like, oh, hey, and they'd feed me. It was so good. At one point when I did that, I would like sit there very nicely in the kitchen. I'd be like, hey, I climbed in, but I didn't want to go anywhere. You know, it's weird. I just sat here. And they would be like, nah, you can go through the fridge. They gave me permission. So I started raiding their fridge. It was so nice, man. The best of times, the best of times. And they would always have so much good like Caribbean food just sitting in the fridge that I could heat up. Oh my God. So good. And then we would do the same for my best friend. She could also come over to my place and same exact thing, you know, anything she needed, wanted, she could just have.